coffee hole.
Oh, if you are, then you're right with us.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you fit right in with the podcast. Yeah. And reach out whenever you want, and we can all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You
can come in here and give your 5-question intro, and then maybe join us for an episode.
Yeah. We'll have like a little therapy session. We'll just kind of talk about our feelings and where we went wrong, and we'll do that anyway. But if you want to come on and just get your voice heard.
Yeah. All right, well, we've hit 30 minutes roughly here now, so we'll probably move into our outro.
Yeah, which came a lot quicker than I think we
anticipated.
Yeah.
So that actually, we were worried that we're going to have some trouble figuring out how to talk for 30 minutes, but...
Not with me. I mean,
here we are. We got it. We made it to the end.
Yeah, we did make it to the end.
Sam's going to have a fun time cleaning the audio up. I don't know anything about audio engineering, so...
Actually, he's learning right now. He just did some Fourier. So.
That's actually it is for audio, but that's really for vibrations, which is like just things vibrating.
It's vibration.
Yeah, but like I'm thinking more like car suspension rather than
audio. It's time data.
It's not useful information yet because I'm not gonna hand code my audio. Actually, speaking of hand coding your audio, editor. Our guest speaker today, Paul, showed me 2 days ago when he wrote entirely in Python in 8,000 lines. He just wrote his own Audacity program, essentially, like GarageBand.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You got to bring him back here.
Yeah, so I'll have him definitely come back for an episode or something. He's an interesting guy. Yeah, you'll like to listen from me. I'm not in like a bad way. Like he's actually generally an interesting guy. So.
No, he completely nailed the
on the spot too.
On the spot, those questions. I mean, very very comfortable and
Oh, we're gonna see a whole range because they're not gonna know when they walk in that door if they interrupt us. That's what they're doing. I'm gonna tell them we're getting on the podcast. So you got to do this now because you interrupted us.
I know, it's crazy. That's such like a organic just.
I'll have to get like a little note card and tape it to the wall and be like, this is what the intro is. You got to do.
Yeah, well, I think that's just a fun piece of this podcast. It's just you never know who's going to barge in. You know,
we might resort to just pulling people off the sidewalk outside. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like you'll get maybe an assistant principal and a custodian will barge in here and we'll be like, whoa, what?
They vacuumed in here. I just realized. Speaking of custodians, so like. This room is abandoned. Like, it's not actually being maintained by housekeeping, and housekeeping realized that we've been using it and has been very kind and started cleaning it, apparently, even though we didn't even ask them to. Because I was handling the trash myself, and I think Shane is her name. I don't know. I'll have to pull her in here one time and give her another webpage club sticker or something. we should get little stickers printed for our podcast. There we go.
Oh, I would totally do, because it's so cool. I mean, Hamilton made a logo and it's very, very good.
You'll probably see it right now on the SoundCloud.
It's perfect.
I don't know if it's perfect. It's got a few things we might change, update, but it's pretty. I'm pleased with it. I'm not.
Perfection is imperfection.
Perfection is imperfection. All right. Outro for real. We'll have to get these. You have to remember what you say because we got to put it on the website as well. So I guess did I go first on the website? I think I usually do.
Yeah, you do. You do. So go ahead. Actually, we'll do it. You can go first with temp, and then I'll do temp. And
yeah.
We don't have to go back.
So for those of you who are joining us for the first time and haven't seen our website, which is I think about every one of you, because the only site traffic we get is us.
Probably.
So for the last year, because we're not the best at reviewing coffee, we have a template that we've laid out, and there's 5 bullet points on here. Temperature, taste, consistency, presentation, and freshness. Now, I don't remember why I put consistency, because I'm not really sure, or presentation because it's drip coffee, but we've been doing it anyways. I don't know if you had to...
Well, by consistency, I think that was supposed to be like the physical consistency of the coffee itself.
Like its physical properties almost? Like it's like a texture? What did you say, texture?
I think that, in a similar vein of, like, is it like chunky, which obviously if coffee is chunky, that's like something's wrong.
If
But
the spoiled milk in it, what that means.
basically, yeah, it's some kind of texture. But yeah, consistency. I think you can, is it like kind of watery? I think is more the kind of bad, common answer to that question versus like, rich and, well, I mean, rich is more of a taste, but like full, well brewed, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll go first with my temperature. It's only been 40 minutes now, so let's see if I...
yeah.
Based off its current temperature, it's a little bit old. Maybe we might need to change this, but it was, I'd say it's a medium. It's not like, it wasn't fresh, like off the line, but it was like, it was still warm. I wouldn't say it was hot.
That's another point, though.
Yeah.
It's fresh.
It's more warm, not hot, though, so it wasn't like... Yeah, it's adequate. I put milk in it so it cools it down a little bit, but yeah, I'd say it'd be adequate.
Yeah. Mine, temp-wise, is we got ours at different times, too. So I wonder how much the siren will get.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I went 10 minutes before Sam did, so we got 2 different reviews here. So this is a good range of your experiences that you might have.
Yeah, so a wide variety. It could have been completely different.
Yeah.
No, but my temp was pretty good. I guess they had refilled the one.
Because I pushed it back there for them to refill.
So I think that it was hot, but it was a little under maybe the hotness that I'd consider like a perfect hotness. Now, I just also want to clarify that based on some of the reviews that we've done, some of our answers have been yes or
a little bit
adequate or no. And it'll be like taste, yum, or consistency.
You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that here. Yeah.
Well, I know, but it just, it's going to take some liberal interpretation of some of these. So don't expect, and that does affect our logos, or not logos, ethos maybe a little bit if we're putting we're like over veterans of coffee and we're putting consistency. No,
I think that's part of the vibe. I think we have to.
Okay. All right.
We have to stick with the.
We speak in the Gen Z.
Yeah, we speak in college student, so you'll get it. You'll get it if you're a regular college student. All right. So for the taste, today actually it's really good. Actually, there's quite a few times I've gotten it been burnt, but today it's I'm enjoying this one actually. Sometimes, usually in the afternoon, you get it and you're like, I'm not going to drink the rest of this. But this time, it's not been an issue. So I'd say it's very good. I got the light blend and then I put about an 1/8 to a 1/16 of the volume of coffee. Not coffee, of milk in there. And so it's like a light brown color if you put milk in your coffee. That's what I usually drink it at. Just to add some more consistency to it, kind of more make it a little bit thicker for some background. So, but yeah, today was really good in terms of taste. What about you, Sam?
I don't think I've ever had a bad tasting experience with this coffee. And I get dark roast, and originally I did only black, but I've been putting a little bit of half and half in it, and not enough to honestly change the color. But I drink a lot of coffee, so usually I fill up a large almost all the way up, and then it's kind of just a little bit of cream on top. I think the taste was good. I think it's as good. I don't think it was the best it's ever been today, but I think that it was pretty good for what it is. And I think I get the dark roast, and I believe specifically if you're going to go to this place, which is Pete's Coffee at Dulci, in the express lanes or whatever they call that. I think, and they have this I think they have this roast at Dietz too. I think it's the Dickinson blend.
I think it's
right.
Not at Dietz. I think they have their own at Dietz. It might be the same blend, but they name it Granite, Hooky Granite there or something. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't ever get direct from Dietz. I don't really go there.
It's been a long time since I got Dietz, but I think I did one time I did Dietz and then I did Pete's. sounds what I'm gonna say.
Life hack: tea from Dietz is like dirt cheap if you want to get tea
That's
instead
right.
of coffee. It's like $2.
Yeah.
It's like really nothing, and that's $2 like before the dining plan. So like if you have half off, it's $1 for tea. So you need that instead of coffee.
If somebody's listening that doesn't go to tech, I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot of information that we forget that is not in the context. So I'll try my best to remember that.
Well, I don't know why you'd be really listening to this part if you're not going to tech, but anyway, I mean, we hope you still listen.
Yeah. Obviously. So consistency, good.
Yeah.
Adequate.
Would you say yep?
I'd say this is a strongly in the yep category. Yes.
Strong yep.
I don't know about Sam's taking a swig or how to give his.
Yeah, mine's a good consistency too, and my consistency, we probably have similar consistencies, but mine is probably more natural to the drip coffee, and it's a good consistency. So yeah, it's not too watery, and I think there's really only one dimension before you add cream, which is watery or not watery.
Yeah.
So I'd say that it was more towards not watery.
We'll differ here in presentation because we went different times, but I'm gonna score them bad today actually because the guy next to me he had to mix like 2 or 3 different blends because they ran out of 2 of their for background Pete's has or Dulci has 4 different I don't know what you call those dispensers. You can get 4 different blends there, and they were out of 2 of those. And decaf obviously never runs out, especially in the morning. So that really only leaves, thankfully, the one I got light was still had some. So I'm going to score them bad, actually.
Well, I had a pretty okay experience. I mean, honestly, I think the most relatable thing to that was that there was somebody else there who was also complaining.
Yeah. About this exact thing, blending coffee together.
So, I mean, that, has consequences. This is just like a random person who happened to be getting coffee. But I think the presentation was pretty okay for me. I didn't really have any issues. It was good. But, it depends when you go, right? And obviously, if you're going and you see that they're out of like 2 of the 4 things, that's not... and especially if you're trying to quickly get your coffee and go somewhere, that's going to be an issue for you, especially if you're addicted to coffee like we are.
Oh, yeah.
And you get your withdrawal.
I don't know how this goes in terms of etiquette, but if you see it out, it doesn't hurt to push the dispenser back a little bit along the table so that the staff know that it's out because they can't see the gauge. It's on the side that you're getting your coffee at, which is not the best design. So.
And they're usually happy to, and of course, being polite, they have no issue.
You don't have to push all the way back, but just a few inches back so that it's kind of obvious it's sitting back a little bit. You don't need to go notify them, but just helps them when they get to it see it. I think, or maybe not. Maybe they hate when we do that. But
part of it's their job.
Yeah.
So,
I guess the last one was freshness. It was about half empty, but it was still pretty warm. I'd say adequate. It's not excellent. It's not straight off the line, but for drip coffee in those little dispensers, it's about maybe on the higher end of what you'd expect. Maybe not the top, but it's definitely not the bottom near that.
I'd say it's probably a little above adequate, but I'd say skosh above adequate. I mean, I wouldn't say anything particularly crazy fresh, but it was pretty good. And it has been seldom that I've gotten a coffee from that place and it's been not good. And I think I kind of mentioned that in the taste review. It's just that I've always had a good experience at this place, but I think that the most common experience I do have that's poor is when they're out of coffee. That seems to be kind of the biggest thing. But like Hamilton said, sometimes they just can't tell. And if you're familiar with this place, I mean, people are always ordering coffees at the the specialty drinks, so they're always super busy. So they usually don't have time to go and check themselves, which again is it is kind of your responsibility to push it back and say excuse me, wait for them to be available and get it again. But I think everything overall it was good for me today. So
that's good. that's the review part. That's the last thing on my. I didn't think through the outro all the way. Did you end up making an email yet for